coming to the second category, that is the disaccharide. Now we saw that monosaccharides are simple sugars and it has different subcategories. Now the disaccharides, obviously from the name di, it means it has two sugars. So it is the disaccharides, they consist of the two monosaccharides or two simple sugars, and the bond between the two sugars is known as the glycosidic bond. It's important to remember, like in the case of proteins or amino acids, two amino acids are joined together by the peptide bond. Similarly here, the two glucose or two sugar, any sugar, it can be any sugar. For example, here we have shown that two glucose molecules, alpha D glucose and beta D glucose. This alpha and beta, it's based on the position of hydroxy on the anomeric carbon. Anomeric carbon is the carbon which is next to the oxygen. Like in case of alpha D glucose, the OH hydroxy group, it's at the axial position or below. We can see below or above. Below means axial and above means equatorial position. So when it is below or at the axial position, it is known as alpha carbon or alpha glucose, and or similarly alpha fructose or beta fructose. And when the anomeric carbon, on the anomeric carbon, the hydroxy is at equatorial position, it is known as the beta glucose. So here we have these two glucose molecules, and these are two sugars or two simple sugars or two monosaccharides. They are forming a bond, condensation reaction is happening, and we are getting the disaccharide, and this disaccharide is maltose. Similarly, we have lactose or sucrose. These all are the disaccharides. Like here we have shown the sucrose. Sucrose is a disaccharide of glucose and fructose. So depending on the which sugar is attached or which two sugars are joining or combined together to form a disaccharide, we get the name accordingly. So sucrose is a disaccharide made up of two monosaccharide units, that is glucose and fructose, and obviously it's joined together by the glycosidic bond, right? So here we know that this sucrose, it's a sweet and it's used in the industries, food industries, as a sweetener also. Similarly, the third category, now we have seen the first two categories, that is the monosaccharides, in which we have the simple sugar or we have only one sugar molecule, for example glucose, galactose or fructose, etc. And in disaccharides, two glucose or any two sugars are joined together by a glycosidic bond to form a disaccharide. Now the third category is the oligosaccharides. Oligosaccharides, basically when this sugar or the carbohydrate, it is made up of 3 to 9 monosaccharides, and they are linked together by the O-glycosidic bond. It is known as the oligosaccharide, right? For example, we have this, we can also name them as trisaccharides, tetrasaccharides, pentasaccharides, but collectively they are known as oligosaccharides. Right? We have the example here, the trisaccharide, we have raminose or raffinose. For example, this raffinose, it is a trisaccharide, and these tri means 3, so 3 sugars are galactose, glucose and fructose. Likewise, we have sticose, which is a tetrasaccharide, and it is a tetrasaccharide of galactose, 2 galactose, 1 glucose and 1 fructose molecule. Similarly, we have verbicose, so it has 5 monosaccharide units, so it will be known as pentasaccharide, but in general we call them as oligosaccharides.